Mm. Good morning and a happy Thursday. Alright, let's see here. Back to camp. Alright, Trisha. Corpse is still alive. Alright, so I did accidentally get 2 of these done last night, but nothing crazy. For our general, we need to skin 2 badgers. We need to do a Bonnie MacFarlane mission, and she's out by MacFarlane's ranch. We need to craft 1 tonic. Distance traveled on a mount with a posse member. So this one I will have to get done later. 5 non-player enemies trampled. 3 players killed with a repeater in a free roam event. So let me real quick pull up my JR map. That way I can see what the next free roam is. Day of Reckoning. Alright, we may not be able to get that one done on the stream today. So if you go into any of the ones where you can actually kill people, Master Archer, Fool's Gold, King of the Castle, Cold Dead Hands, Railroad Baron, my least favorite. I don't recommend that one, but if that's the one that pops up, that's the one that you might have to do. Just make sure that you take your repeater in and just get 3 kills. So that one's not too hard. You just have to wait on the schedule is all. Visit Owanjila Dam. So that one's not hard either. You just have to ride up there. Well, that'll be easy and quick. For the bounty hunter, we have to bring in 2 bounties from New Austin. We have to complete a bounty with at least 5 minutes or more left on the timer. And we need to hog tie 3 bounties with a reinforced lasso. So not too bad, a little grindy. For the trader role, we have to donate 20 carcasses within 10 minutes. We have to do 20 donations to crypts. So if I actually went in and I donated a whole bunch of feathers, and I hadn't realized that the dailies had switched over. So normally what I do for this one is once you donate your 20 carcasses to crypts, it'll register for both, and then you're good. This is where all those toads and frogs and, use your lower level stuff, like your 1 and 2 star. Save your perfects for on the days when you have to donate perfect carcasses. But this one's actually really easy if you just run around and keep a bunch of little animals in your satchel. We also have to do 2 goods sold to a local buyer. And this week with the trader bonuses, even that is amazing money. So for the collector role, we need to find 3 collectibles with a shovel, and if you get 3 jewelry that you have to dig for, that one will register for both. And then we have to go see Madame Nazar and sell her 3 items, and she's up in Cholla Springs by Armadillo today, so we're going to make a run up there. For the Moonshiner, we have to do 3 Moonshine Bootlegger missions. Some of these have been really, really wonky. The ones that we find out in the free roam when we are riding around, they are they are having like where people aren't spawning in, or like the timers just don't show up. I'm not sure. It's been really weird. I may or may not actually work on this one. I may also avoid this one just because it's been causing a lot of issues lately. 4 moonshine served to other players at a bar. So this is just where you go into your bar and have some other people in there with you, serve them drinks, and this will register. If you are serving drinks and it's not registering, try having the other player actually request a drink, where they actually they tap on the bar or something and they're like, oh, you serve me. That's what I have to do in order for mine to register, is I actually have to have the other person request a drink, and then once I serve them, then the daily will hit. But if I just start dishing out moonshine, it doesn't click for me for the daily for some reason. Um, if I need that one's going to have to wait till later. And then we have to sell moonshine with 5 minutes or more left, so that's not hard. And with the moonshine bonus that's going on this week, you get extra money. So grind out selling that stuff anyway. For the naturalist role, you don't kill an animal for 24 game hours, which the only way I ever get this one is if I'm doing something around the house and I have the game on and I'm just sitting in like my lockbox and I literally have to walk away from the TV so that way I'm not killing things, or because even if you're not trying to, like, you will trample a blue jay or something stupid. So that one I don't normally get, but I did get today because I had the game on this morning when the dailies. Good morning, Will. We also need to do 3 forest or river animal samples taken. And those ones are your bears, so like your black and your grizzly bears, beavers, raccoons, your red, gray, and silver fox, your skunks, possums, muskrat, rabbit, and the moose. So you can get male, female moose. And those are all your forest and river, which you can find everywhere. So it doesn't matter where you're at running around today doing things. You can find forest and river animals everywhere. Super, super easy. And then you have to do a legendary animal photograph. So you can either find one of these while you're like out roaming around in free roam, or if you want specifically to get this one done, you can even go into like a Harriet mission and take a blending tonic. You can buy those from Harriet. That kind of covers up your presence to animals, and it makes it easier to kind of like sneak up on them and get pictures. And that works for both in free roam and in the missions. But yeah, all you have to do is make sure that you get a picture of a legendary animal, and then that one's good. So, real quick, I forgot to write some of these down before I started, so I want to do that. That way I don't have to keep opening up the menu. I have a shit memory sometimes. Like I said, I looked at the menu here, and I don't think that there's going to be a free roam that pops while I'm on the stream yet. I think I missed for the day all of the easy free roam jump-ins. Alright, Emerald Station has 3 jewelry, not too far. There is a jewelry right outside the Moonshine Shack, so that's nice. 2 not too roughly far from Armadillo. I like to try when I'm running around doing the dailies, I like to try to keep everything pretty close and compact, like fast travels, just to make it quick and easy, and then later, like when I'm just playing, I'll run around and get all the weird stuff that's kind of out of the way, or, but for the most part for dailies, I like to kind of keep everything nice and, close to where I'm going and doing stuff. Let's see. Saint Denis has... Maybe you can't dig those. Can you dig it? No. Alright, so... I'm going to use Emerald Station, I think, because... there is 2 of them not too far off. Write down legendary pick. Sell moonshine. Alright, and this one, ugh. Alright. I can actually combo this one right here, possibly, depending on how much of a shit show I am today. We shall see. My hand is still killing me, so. my reflexes are off. So if you see me doing a little extra stupidity, like running into shit, yeah. I broke my hand a couple weeks ago, and, or fractured it, I think, right in the middle. And, I slammed my hand in a door yesterday in the exact same spot. So it's a little twitchy. Bonnie MacFarlane mission. The tonic we can do right here at camp. 5 trampled. I'd much rather prefer the showdowns over the free roam event kills for players, only because you can choose to go into the showdowns, whereas the free roams, you're at the mercy of the schedule. Alright, so while we are here, first off, I'm going to go ahead and give Crips 20 small animal carcasses, so that'll get that one done. Just going to go ahead and do all 22 of these, just because I don't feel like counting them down. There we go. That gives him some stuff to work with here for a minute. And Daily's done. And then, what the hell? What the hell? Well, that's weird. Not my wagon, by the way. And that wasn't there when I started. That means somebody wrecked behind me while I was doing that? Okay. So if you go into crafting and R1 over 1 to tonics, these are all the tonics that you have that you can make. If you don't have any tonics that you can make, you can buy the pamphlets from the fence. So I'm just going to pick this one. It's one of the ones that I use the most of. And then you just craft and stow, and your daily's done. Each one has a different recipe kind of that you have to use, and it just depends on where things are. And we have to go up to Madame Nazar anyway today. So Madame Nazar actually sells all of this stuff. So if you're missing things, you can run up there and buy it pretty cheap, and it's a time saver versus trying to run around and grab everything, especially if you don't know where everything is. But most of this, you can act like, so like this one, currant, yarrow, and burdock root, you can get all of these on the hill just outside of Emerald Station. And then the burdock root you can get around the overflow or on the peninsula. So you can just kind of go through, and there's a ton of stuff here. I think you do get some free, but I'm not positive. I don't remember. Oh. So, badgers you can find all over the entire map, but there are a couple spots where where I know they specifically spawn in. So I'm gonna go right to where I know they spawn. Make sure I don't have anything to collect here. First thing, I'm gonna go run and do my moonshine. That way I can start another one, because like I said, they're on boost this week, and where did you spawn in here? My shack is in tall trees, so if your shack is also in tall trees, there is a diggable jewelry right here by the boat. That's the other thing. I like to try and combo as much stuff while I'm running around doing the dailies, so that way I can kind of get them all done, and then I have the rest of my game time, or like later when I get back on, I only have like a couple little things that I'd have to do. So like for the collector role, I try to um, find things that are going to be in places that I plan on already being. Just want to double check. I know I wrote them down, but I didn't completely. Let's see if we have a buyer. Yes. So our super preferred, I used one with collectible. So these are running, instead of $247, they're $371. So good extra money this week in moonshining and trading.
The very best we have to offer. Please treat them with respect, eh? We want them to come back. Drive carefully, no theatrics. Pas d'accident, je vous en conjure.
No theatrics. He just never lets us have any fun. Oh, awesome. So, we are going to MacFarlane's Ranch for our delivery. While I'm there, I'm just going to go ahead and do a Bonnie MacFarlane mission. Instead of having to backtrack. At this point, then I just need to remember to, at some point, get back over here and restart a moonshine. I like to keep one handy so that way, whenever people get on, if they still need to do the sell in 5 minutes, I at least have one ready that they can do to get that one done easy. And it's something that I can come run and do while they're in the posse, and they can kind of like run around and do some other stuff at the same time, so they can like kind of catch up and multitask quick. If you are new, and you struggle with keeping your moonshine bottles intact, if you aim your gun and hold on PlayStation, I'm not sure what it would be for like Xbox or PC, but on PlayStation, if you hold the L2 button so that we are continuously aiming, tap or X a couple times to get up to kind of like a speed, and then all you have to do is continuously hold the L2, and the wagon will auto drive. Like, it will stay on the trail. And I'm a shit driver on a wagon, so I do this so that way the wagon kind of drives itself, and it will slow down when it needs to slow down. It will speed back up, and it will follow the road for the most part pretty precisely, and I don't break anything. This is kind of really the only way that I can kind of do this without breaking shit. So. Does anybody else get the continuous pop-up of these stupid offers from your benefits thing? Like, no matter what you do, I get that thing that pops up, and I have figured out how to turn it off, but I can't figure out, like, I went in and I just turned everything off the other day while I was catching some clips for something, and I can't figure out how to turn off just that one specific, but it's driving me crazy. It shows up for everything. Alright, moonshine sold. Now, if you fast travel to MacFarlane, Bonnie sits over here on the main house, just around the, on the side porch there. We're gonna come over here. See what she's got going. I do really like how they have now given us options instead of just the random, just whatever it is. Safely return. I'm gonna do this one.
Thank you. Thank you. It's the illness, you see. People are dropping like flies. It's sad, really. This whole country. My father thought it would turn into the new Eden. And that sure as hell ain't happening. But we'll survive. We tend to. Anyway, there's so much to do. So much, and so few people to help. You know what would be an enormous help? If you could deliver some bags from behind the house. It's things we borrowed and owe people and such like. All things we must pay back if we're ever to leave with our heads held high. We'll still be here a while yet, so come back if you're in the neighborhood.
Alright. Pick up one of the bags. There's another one. Oh, this is... Oh, shit. I don't know. Alright, so I'm dumb. I thought this was a different one. These ones are a little time consuming. It's like a... Nope, still dumb. I'm not awake yet. Nope. Okay, this is not a mailbag. This is just one bag. Good. For a minute there, for some reason, I thought it was one of those deliver the mail where you have to run around to 4 different places all across the goddamn map. Alright, so this one, you're literally just running one bag. That's not too bad. I'm gonna have to get out Basher or Harry, so that way I can trample people. A good spot for that is Thieves Landing. Tonic up, and literally all you have to do is just run over people. You have to make sure they're enemies, and Thieves Landing, everybody's an enemy. Enemy. Van Horn, there's this, that town over by the river, close to Ansburg. Another good way is lassoing people off of their horses, like NPCs, and then when they turn red, trample them. What's going on here? Wow, that was good. Alright, finish mission before doing next thing. Well, good luck. Players can steal the bag as I'm turning it in. Alright, so that one's pretty easy, pretty quick, pretty straightforward. You're not, like, stuck on slow wagons. You're not running around in giant circles. So you're literally just point A to point B, delivering a bag. Not too bad. It's an easy gold. Grab Basher. Actually, let's do Harry. Harry's my Breton. It's kind of beefy. He's a good, trampling humans horse. There we go.
Sun's really beating down on us today.
And then you just gotta run them over and dodge bullets. I like to grab our little fence guys here and kind of pull them away. Yes, I know Harry. I know Harry. Oh, shit, that's moonshine. I'm gonna get drunk. Nice is when they're all on the bridge like this. Ah! Usually when they all come after you, you can line them up a little bit better. Well, shit, they all despawned. Really? How bizarre. Alright, so we need 2 more. Need you to come away from the bridge here, sir. There we go, fellas. Shit, shit, shit. Oh no! This is not well. You go get your own horse. I'm gonna die. I'll take that registered. Here, Harry. It's weird that they're just spawning so fast. It's like the game knows. Alright, so... There we go. Alright, so just kind of like a back and forth. Terrorize the citizens of Thieves Landing. They are all considered enemies at all time anyway. That's why it's best whenever you have any kind of daily challenge where you have to do something with non-player enemies. Thieves Landing is kind of the way to go. It's so much easier to... Alright, so I don't need that. I'm checking to see if I need dynamite or anything before I leave. I'm out of flight feathers. That's what I'm out of. Damn it. Alright. Just real quick, because I'm in the area of the fence, I want to stock up on my dynamite arrows, anything that I need from the fence real quick. I tend to forget while I'm out running around, and... I needed some flight feathers. one's probably out there too far. Maybe. Oh. Nice. What I'm doing is I might as well craft those too. Right, so now as you come back through here, try not to run anybody over. You can still use the fence. See how they've got all these guys just kind of chilling right out here in the open. You can even do like an awesome slide thing and take out all three of those at some point. I've managed to do that one. Just depends on how graceful you are. I'm not very graceful. Load up on our dynamite. Let's see if we need any. Oh, I only need one. That's not bad. Alright. Real quick, I also like to, if you loot a lot of bodies, once in a while come through and, yes, get rid of at least the gold teeth, and anything that you have, like, a lot of, so that way you can, still be able to pick stuff up while you're looting bodies. I like to sell everything down and have just 3 items. I always keep at least 3 items in my satchel to sell to the fence, so that way when it hits a daily, I always have at least the 3 that I need for the daily, and then I'll just sell everything else, because there's no sense in holding on to it. Once in a great while, Madame Nazar's weekly selling items will come through, and it'll be something that comes out of here, but I just kind of don't worry about it unless I manage to loot them off of somebody again. Alright, so there's my 3 items that I'm going to keep. So that way, if, like, tomorrow, one of our daily challenges is to sell 3 items to a fence, at least I'm covered. But everything else is kind of emptied out, so that way I can still collect items as I'm looting bodies. So real quick, before I move on to anything else, I'm going to run back up to the Moonshine Shack and restart another Moonshine. And alright. Side plane, because I just realized where I was. One of my favorite spots for badgers is right up here on Quaker's Cove. There's this ridge line where you're kind of like up on a elevated spot here, looking down at Quaker's Cove, and that is it's a really good spawn spot for badgers. Keep in mind today they are on the daily list, so the spawn rates have been dropped. But if you're over here, you know, getting your non-player enemy trampling in at Thieves Landing, make a couple sweeps past here, and you literally just run along this ridgeline up here. Quaker's Cove is down there. And of course, no spawning badgers. Ha ha ha. Should have frickin' known. So they kind of spawn right here around this tree, and this tree, and then over just a little bit ways down here on this tree. It would have been really nice if there'd been at least one. At least one. Alright. There's also one that kind of spawns in up near where the cougar does at this tree. That's alright. We will sweep past by here again in a little bit. There is also a good spawn over by Emerald Station. And we're going to go over there for some jewelry here in a minute anyway. Alright. Let's go start a moonshine. I'm also going to put in some sedative rounds. And keep an eye out for any little critters that we can get. And if not, Emerald Station's always a really good spot for all of those things. Like, there's lots of possums and raccoons and rabbits running around. You can even go to, like, the overflow and find muskrats. In here real quick for a little pit stop.
Crips has been here. I can smell him.
Crips has not been here. Settle down. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and start a strong moonshine.
This will put airs on your face, yes?
And so even the berry cobbler, which is normally the 220, I think. I don't know. 340 bucks though. After I spend normally $50 per mash, 290 is still a pretty good profit to make every 48 minutes. So this week, even if you hate this roll and you hate talking to Marcel, this is a great week to just kind of constantly be churning out every 48 minutes. Just let it sit there and ride, and as soon as it pops, come back, sell it, pay the 50 bucks for mash, because like I said, you're still making $290 every 48 minutes, which, that's amazing. You know, that's, if you need money, this is a good week for you to be grinding hard on like the Moonshiner and the Trader rolls.
Très bien. That was a good sale.
If you're new to the roll and you're grinding it out this week, don't forget to go down into your progress and over to your awards. And in your Moonshiner category, there is, right here. See, now mine's glitched and I can't reset it, which drives me crazy. And I have given up on even having Rockstar help with this. And I'm hoping at some point within some update, it'll just kind of fix itself like all my Bounty Hunter ones did. But you have to earn $2,000 and then you can reset this award and then earn another 2,000, reset it again. And every time you reset this, you make 0.4 gold. And it's an excellent way to earn gold for free by just doing something that you're already doing. Let's see, there's not any other, this one right here, and yeah, that's about it. But that one's not resettable, so it doesn't really matter. It's just if you're making a whole bunch of different types of moonshine, in the beginning, make sure that you come down and before you sell it, take a drink. And then at some point, you'll have made 10 different moonshines. You'll have consumed them. You'll get this buckle. It doesn't really do anything other than it helps complete the, if you're a completionist. But this one right here was the one I wanted to show you, was the earning cash from selling moonshine one, because if you're grinding out a lot of moonshine this week, you'll definitely be able to reset this. To make it easier, go ahead and push down your R3 on PlayStation, and you can pin this one, so that way you can kind of keep an eye on it and know how close you're getting while you're doing that. And same thing with the trader roll. You have one for selling goods, and you also have one for earning cash from selling things. And with this one being $1,000, you do one large wagon, you're almost there. So you're actually going to kind of like waste a lot of this, unless you do a wagon and ride with somebody, and then either way. But yeah, these are really, really good buckles that you can pin and keep an eye on this week, and then just keep resetting. Easy, easy money. Just easy, easy money. Great ways to get free gold. And I know 0.4 gold doesn't sound like a lot, but trust me, it adds up quick. Alright, so I am going to be a glutton for punishment. You know what? I adore my Breton, but he is kind of slow. He turns hard, and doesn't jump well. So we're going to do this. And send him on his way real quick. No, it's blow up Basher. There we go. Alright, so what I'm doing is I'm heading back over to the spot right here. And I'm going to check one more time for the badgers before I leave the area. Just because sometimes when they're on the dailies, the damn spawns. But while you're out riding around, keep an eye out everywhere, because you can find badgers pretty much every single place on the map. What was that? A little bunny? I like to grab samples, like quick samples for daily challenges off of things that are smaller and don't require as many hits. Just so that way I can save my my sedative ammo. So like when I come across legendaries, or you know, like the bigger things, like the grizzly bears. Oh, there's a moonshine thing. Do I dare? This one I haven't noticed has any glitches, though. It's just the one... I'm an idiot. Let's go. This one's actually... So I suck, and I mean like really bad, at sniping. If anybody's ever watched me PvP, you know how much I hate these things. But there are achievement awards for these, and this particular spot here is a good one to try and get my sniper headshot kills, or sniper kills in general. hell am I shooting? There we go. Alright. Just a couple things you can try and do to work on some of the harder buckles. Keep things a little challenging. I don't know. Infuriate yourself. The revenue agents, I always have pretty decent spawns on picking up collectibles from their bodies when I loot. So I always try to remember to loot as many of them as I can. Sucks is when doing shots from that far. A lot of stuff despawns with the bodies. Alright, I don't know if we're gonna have any luck finding badgers in this rain, but I'm gonna go look anyway. Put that back on. That back on. Alright, so at least I've got a good basis. If you start a bootlegger mission from Maggie and it hitches up and you can't finish it, those ones are actually nice because as long as you complete the objective, like if you have to destroy a still or something like that, you can let the timer run down and it'll still give you credit for doing the bootlegger. Yes, there is a badger right there. So we are right here on the ledge looking down at Quaker's Cove. And there's our badger. I'm going to real quick just sweep. Because like I said, sometimes they spawn in ones and two. Right now we got them just one. Which is fine. Because that's better than none. Alright. Now, I'm going to try and find my other one at Emerald. Just that way. Real quick. I'm going to use one of these possums as our third and final. Well, that woke you up, didn't it? There you go. And Forest and River's done. Alright. Come on, pull a damn camp. There's that cougar spawned. I can grab a picture of it real quick. But maybe the old trusty reliable Tatanka will be over at Emerald. So let's go to Emerald Station. Alright, so let's see. Alright, so for our Badger. If you come into Emerald Station, right here, there's this like dry creek bed right next that runs along the ranch. And right about here, here-ish, there's like that patch of trees. And there's usually a badger that spawns in right in the bush. Right, so alright. There's usually a badger right here. That's going to be one of those right away comebacks. And if you were not getting anything that you needed from over in the plains or whatever, right here is a great place to get muskrats. So you can get like muskrat samples, and those count for the forest and river samples today. Alright, so then up here, there he is. Just on the other side of the creek bed here, it's like a rotation between badgers and raccoons that spawn in here. So like on dailies where we need raccoons, you can also check this exact spot. I've noticed it kind of rotates between badgers and raccoons. So, and again, you can find them all over the map. Just these are 3 spots that I go to that I know that they spawn in at and are pretty consistent. So, alright. There are 2 jewelry locations not too far from where we are. One right there. So I'm going to run around and finish those up. We got badgers, we got that, we got people trampled. Not only muskrats, but like fox and raccoons, and there's like just a ton of stuff that qualifies as forest and river that run around here. I was hoping that stupid badger would spawn in just so I could show you. He sits right here in this like little bushy area. Usually if you ride by, he freaks out and takes off running into like the grass. But that's a really close spawn to Emerald Station. The one across from it is also not too bad. And there are plenty of other little critters and stuff running around. What are you moonshine guys doing? You just abandoned your post? I think that's like dessert, but no. Alright. Focus. Focus, focus. Keep getting distracted. Some earrings in the end. The next one that's really, really close is right over here at Joe's. In like the little pendant area that he keeps all his chickens. Oh shit. thought Joe had a goat. Apparently he doesn't. Just chickens. Damn chickens. Sorry, I have a message I have to answer just real quick. Okay, sorry. Had to adult for a moment. Alright, let's do a quick inventory check here on what we need. Like I said, the repeater, I'm going to have to wait until I get a better, until one of the free roam events where I can kill people shows up. And then the distance traveled with a posse member, I'm going to have to wait till some of the guys get on later. Let's see here, I'm just going to pull up the whole schedule, so that way... Yeah, see, so in 25 minutes is the wildlife, and then in 2 minutes is Day of Reckoning, but Day of Reckoning you can't kill people. King of the Castle is in 50 minutes, so that's gonna have to be the one that I work on, trying to catch. If not, I have to wait until this evening, and, Master Archer hits at 5. Yeah, there's like a little series there where it's like 6:30, 7:15, 8, and 8:45, where all 4 of those are usually ones that you can kill people. If you miss that window, you're kind of screwed. Because it's like wildlife photographer, and they rotate between like the regular free roams and the roll free roams, and there's no roll free roams where you can actually kill people. Like for daily challenges, like you can still drag them in front of animals and whatever if you're that into that kind of thing. So we need 2 more daily rolls and 1 more because I am going to go see Madame Nazar. And we can do that one. It's not my favorite thing. Or I can wait and I can get my moonshine served when everybody gets on later. Because I have to wait to get the posse riding one anyway. So that's probably what I will do. Is I'll just serve drinks. Because I know we're going to end up in the bar anyway, serving drinks for anybody else that needs it. So I might as well get my one down there too. Wait a minute, I'm going the wrong way. There we go. Are you a bunny? A bunny? Alright, so I'm just going to open a wilderness. If you fast travel to Strawberry, there we go. Strawberry is the closest fast travel point to Owanjila. And just going to go right here to the dam. There's a bridge there. And all you have to do is literally just ride over it. Come on. Go, go, go. I hear more possums. This is that spot where I tell you guys we can come and get eagles. There's actually two. You can get one right there on the ledge, or there's actually a spawn spot for eagles on the dam, on the bridge. Oh, crap. Depth perception. I thought I had steered clear of him. I know, Basher, I know. My horse gets so tired of my shit. Alright, hold on a second. I have to take this phone call.
here to pique your curiosity.
Okay, sorry. I missed my mark here. I wasn't too far off. Alright, so she doesn't always show up on the map, which is kind of a pain in the ass. But if you have the JR map link accessible to you easily, and if you ever need to find it and you can't for some reason, I actually have it in the comment section of my map guide that I made of how to use the JR map. So that's always a quick, easy place where you can always find it if you need to. Do not shoot me. Okay. So her location always shows up on that map. They're usually amazing about refreshing it, and you'll be able to find it. She's on the map now that I've actually rode over here. But you see where we are. We're just right above the NG in Springs near Armadillo. So, pretty close to a fast travel. Not too bad. And all you have to do is sell her 3 items that you've collected, and it doesn't matter what items. These, I wonder if this will count.
Alright.
Because it's not 3 collectible items, so we're gonna learn something here together, guys. Because it's a squirrel, I mean, there's a squirrel in here. And it did register. Okay, so if you have one of her weekly sell checklist items, whatever you want to call it, set, if you sell it, even if it's not all 3 collectible items, it still registers as a daily. So that's easy. I am going to run through here just real quick and crank down some of these coins and arrowheads that I have. I don't have an overly large amount of collectibles sitting in my satchel right this minute because of the bonus week. I think this is probably the least amount of stuff I've ever had in my satchel since this roll dropped. I do like to keep everything at around 7-ish, just so that way, no matter what I go and do, if I'm collecting things, I always can make sure that I can pick stuff up. Some of the easier coins that I know that I collect a lot of when I'm doing that, I keep it around like 5 until I build up to like 4 or 5 sets, and then I'll start keeping them higher. But I've got one coin that I just can't seem to ever get, and I've seen a lot of people have the same problem. That bonus week, for 4 days, I collected every single coin spot, every single random spot, and I never got the coin that I needed in all 4 days, which is absolutely infuriating. And then on day 5, I found it twice, so that was nice.
Alright. Charming but commonplace. You have a few of those,
Okay, so that is all we got there. Alright, 3 collectibles sold to Madame Nazar. Murder, kooky ass. Oh, and there's an award for selling those weekly sets, so make sure you're keeping an eye on that as well. Alright, so that's kind of all I got for today. The rest of these, like I said, I've got like almost an hour before I can join into a free roam and get this one. And I have to wait until this evening when all of my crew get on, so that way I can jump on a horse with somebody. And I'm also going to do the moonshine serve to other players. Because like I said, I already know that I'm going to be in the bar drinking from other people, so I might as well switch and grab mine as well. I'm there too. Let's see. And then that's it for today for me. So, You guys have a fantastic Thursday. Feel free to message me on Facebook if you have any questions on where to find things. And I wish they would look. There you go, whatever. You guys have an awesome day, and I will see you tomorrow for more Dailies with Dammit. And hopefully, starting next week, I will be back on a more regular 8 a.m. schedule. I get to leave the house again, finally, after 3 weeks of quarantine. So, I get to go back to work. So I'll have to, like, get back on my regular schedule and not just whenever. Alright. I will catch you guys tomorrow morning.